Yes. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to the show. The shit show, obviously. I hope you guys are having a great day. I want to start by apologizing for not streaming yesterday. I actually was just about to get ready and I couldn't. Let me start by saying I for 4 days I had a migraine, a near migraine. In the last 2 days of it, I had a migraine. Um, I did not go to work Friday at all. I called in by like it was 5. It was 5. I had to think for a second. I'd been up since 3, been trying to call my job since 3, but I did not go to work. And then, of course, I had 2 days worth of work when I went into work yesterday, and I was miserable. Ask anyone I work with. I was miserable. When I say I barely spoke, every time a coworker would walk past, they'd be like, "How's your head?" I would literally just be like, I wouldn't even say anything. I would just look the other way and just be like, "Shoo." And they don't take it personally. The ones that have worked with me for years, they understand I'm not doing it out of meanness in my heart. I'm not ill. I'm trying not to throw up because there was a couple of times yesterday I got really, really close. You could tell I'm feeling better. Look how much darker my eyes are. They're clear, but they are so much darker, so much darker. I think the last time I streamed, actually, my eyes were very bright because of my blood pressure. And I learned my lesson, you guys. I'm not touching pork cracklings ever again. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was so miserable. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't stand my hair touching my head. There was a moment, and Joseph will verify this. We were in the kitchen and I was running water and I could smell the water. Remember when I was washing my hands? I could smell. When you have a migraine, for some reason, it makes your senses so much sharper. Like my sense of hearing. I had a coworker, poor Darren. I didn't even tell you about this. First of all, you know how I am when I'm doing something and I'll just stop and be like, "What are you doing?" You know, because of sounds. Poor Darren at work. Now I didn't do it as bad to him as I do with you sometimes. Uh as someone who I know I have a difficult witch cackle. I know I'm loud. I know I'm extra. I know I do too much. I know. I'm not happy about it either. But let me just say this, you guys. I was sitting at a computer at my job, and behind me, a good 5, 6 feet away, is Darren. And I'm sitting there just typing away, trying to get through this workload as fast as possible, print out a bunch of stuff for my contractors coming in tomorrow, right? Cause I'm behind. I'm sitting there just getting through shit. And I just kept hearing this, paper tearing. And I didn't want to tear that because that's a bill and I have to go pay it. But I'm sitting there finally I went, "What are you?" And poor Darren, he had cut himself. And he was bleeding. He was trying not to bleed on anything and get a band-aid. And immediately I was like, "Come here, let me help you." I'm not squeamish around cuts and stuff. I wouldn't care if a coworker it was unsafe for them to bleed on me. I really wouldn't care. I'm in the twilight of my life at this point, and honestly, if somebody accidentally bled on me and gave me something, I'd be like, "Let's do this. Let's run the number. I'm check please." You know. But he's like, "What about my blood?" I was like, "We'll wipe you off. We'll put the band-aid on, and I'll get back to work." And that's exactly what we did. But he was like, "Man, you're really testy today." And I was like, "I have a migraine. I did wake up with a headache this morning. That's the first thing I said to Joseph, but it's nothing compared to what I've had for the last 4 days. This here is just a light ice pick in my brain. What I've had for the last 4 days was a trump of elephants jumping up and down on my neurons. It was so bad. I was getting miserable. And this is the thing that I know a lot of people who don't suffer from migraines or any kind of real chronic pain. It's one thing if like you break your arm or you hurt your back or you get sick. That's one thing. But people who live with a chronic debilitating pain, it doesn't just affect your mood, it affects your psyche. It makes you so ready to die. I'm not joking. By the end of it, I was literally like, "I'm over this. I'm fucking over this." It's been 4 days. I was getting so viciously mean. Like, to the point where, like, A client, bless her heart, I stopped myself, but for a second there, I really, it was work to stop myself. But just, I'm doing my job. I'm minding my business. I'm not bothering anybody. And this lady, bless her heart, and she was a lady about it. She's like, "Excuse me, sir," and I went, "Yes." And then I turned and looked, and I realized it was an elderly woman who needed help. And I was like, "Yes, yes, sweetheart, what can I do for you today?" I'm really good with the women that come into my day job. Men too, don't get me wrong, I'm not disrespectful to anyone. But with elderly women, a lot of them have nobody. They have no husbands, their kids live far away. And I mean, no disrespect, but a lot of them don't have a personal life. You know what I'm saying? They don't have dates, they don't have attention. And so I try my best to make whatever interactions I have with them stand out. I always try to make them laugh. I try to make them feel seen. I try to make them feel like they matter. I try to uplift them a little bit. I always lead in with a compliment. If there's a lull in whatever I'm doing for them, I always be like, "Oh, I like your shoes. Those are really cute. Where'd you get those?" Or "Look at those pretty nails." Or "Oh, I love your earrings." Like I always try to find something to compliment. That being said, when you work with the public, that is kind of a stretch sometimes. But I will say, usually, usually, and I don't know if this applies to where you work because you get a different kind of clientele, but most of the time in terms of women. But also, I work in a more upscale retailer where we try to bring in more bougie people. But I will say, more often than not, the elderly women who come in of any ethnicity tend to dress better. Usually tend to dress better and try to carry themselves like a lady. You know what I'm saying? They try to be, you know, ladylike and, not like prim and proper necessarily, but they try to be classy, wear a nice outfit and be bathed and wear like a subtle perfume. They don't bathe in it, although there's this one woman. She wears Elizabeth Arden, and I love Elizabeth Arden. That being said, you can't put 14 spritz or dabs on you and expect people to not choke to death on that shit. It's so bad you can taste it. Anyway, I hate when someone puts too much on. It's just doot doot and you're done if it's a good one. Mm-hmm. So strong. Yeah. He could smell a lady's perfume across the road. And I'll tell you something else. Perfume and or cologne is not a substitute for soap and water. If you haven't washed your ass, you don't leave your house until you wash your ass. I don't care if it's 4 degrees or 400 degrees. Wash your ass. And I'm sitting here just telling Joseph I'm trying to swear less on my channel, and here I am. Soap and water. And I mean no disrespect because I grew up poor, poor, poor. But I took a bath every day, even if it was cold water. I bathed every day. Sometimes there have been times when I've had to take baths with dish soap. But I promise you, I still bathed every day before school or work. I don't go out in public if I. Now, to be fair, I'm the kind of person I could sweat all day and you won't smell me unless it's stress sweat. Stress sweat, we all know, is different. Joseph can spend 5 minutes outside because it's so humid. He has more sebaceous skin, a little oilier. So when he comes inside, don't get mad. He just said it. He smells like a wet dog when he comes in. And I'm always like, you need a bath. As soon as you get done with what you're doing outside, take a bath. And he's really quick to take a bath anyway. But I hate when people are like, "Oh, well, I went to the gym before work." How dare you? It's fine to want to work out and get that pump before you go do your 9 to 5, but take a bath. If you're too ashamed of what you got going on or embarrassed or you have body dysmorphia, as someone who has body dysmorphia, if you can't use the showers at your gym and you don't have time to shower between gym and work, you have no business going to the gym. It's that simple. Sorry, I'm scratching my eye. It's bothering me. Exactly. That being said, I would rather, honestly, as many issues as I have with my body, I would rather a communal shower than no shower. I prefer private, yes, I prefer a private shower. But if the only option was communal shower where it's open or no shower at all after a workout, get your ass in there and take a fucking bath. I don't care. I don't care if you got the schmeats or the schmeeners. I don't care. Who cares? This is about getting clean right now. This is about not stinking and having the common respect for the rest of the world and your coworkers. Let's just say that. We had a gentleman. I'll say his name. His name was Clark. I don't remember his last name. I really don't. It's been so long. But he would go to the gym every single morning before work and come in the same workout clothes without showering or anything. And he would work for a good 4 or 5 hours, turning my stomach. And I was loud and vocal about it. I went to management. I went to all my coworkers. He avoided me because he knew I was going to hurt his feelings. See, my thing is like, if it's a once in a lifetime situation where, like, I don't know, maybe their showers were closed off and you didn't know until after you worked out, fine. If that's the only time I smell you in a year or even 6 months time, that's fine. But if this is every single day for 3 years straight, you deserve to be embarrassed. You deserve to be shamed. You deserve to be called out in front of everyone. And you don't deserve to have someone desire you. That's for damn sure until you go wash your ass. I'm sorry. I feel the way I feel about hygiene. I'm funny about hygiene. My coworkers they laugh so hard at me, but it's nothing for me to walk by with like just stank face, and they've got to where like, you smelled somebody, didn't you? My immediate like Austin, the new big guy. Oh my god, he's learned me real fast. He'll see that face when I go walking by, and he'd be like, "Who was it?" I'd be like, "I can't even talk about it." I get mad. I get mad. I get mad about people who don't wash their ass. I'm sorry. And that's the thing. Like, you're in close quarters when you work in the public with both your coworkers and the public. Yeah, you guys aren't hearing all this because Joseph isn't on the mic, but yeah, we're having a discussion that you guys just aren't a part of. Anyway, so okay, so the last time we streamed, I used a bunch of my old games as my prop in a really cool little spiral. So I thought, for funsies, why don't we take out the big book? Um, we're gonna throw this over there to Joseph so he can sit with Joseph for now. I'm not going to tell you what just happened. Okay, so for those of you who are 90s kids, y'all know exactly what this is. Okay, this is a binder. This is a CD binder that I use for just video games. Now there are multiple different systems in here. There are lots of cool stuff in here. There's lots of cool stuff in here. I got all kinds of like, look, I can't even get them out. I've got all kinds of like, Jesus Christ, gaming books and receipts in case I wanted to like return games like Gears of War, Fable 3, Skyrim, Risen, Army of Two. Remember Army of Two? That was an interesting one. Mass Effect 2, the first Templar. Oh wow, I didn't think about that game. Two Worlds, Tropico. I mean, just I have so much stuff in here. And I've also got, I actually can get rid of this. This is the Logitech webcam software for the first ever webcam I ever bought. It was a Logitech, which I'm using a Logitech now. But this one here is like probably 12 or 13 generations. This is so old. It's from Windows XP, Vista Works, and Windows 7. That's how old. I keep these things because of nostalgia. So these are PlayStation 2 games in the front because I got really into my PS2 for the longest time. We've got Resident Evil Outbreak and Outbreak File 2, Code Veronica X, Resident Evil 4. I hate the way I'm sitting. It's making me look fatter than I actually am. Obscure, Siren, Kuon. Oh yes. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. This was the shit back in the day. I used to love this game. The Devil May Cry series, Marvel Nemesis, Legend of Alandar. Do you guys remember the Legend of Alandar? Oh my god. X-Men Legends. I was a big X-Men fan. I played a lot of Marvel games back in the day, believe it or not. Max Payne, God of War, Tomb Raider, Legend, Anniversary, Angel of Darkness. Oh my god. More Devil May Cry. I was a big Capcom fan. That's Resident Evil, Devil May Cry. Anything that was made back then by Capcom, all the Dino Crisis games, like anything made by Capcom back in the day. Marvel versus Capcom, SNK, Onimusha games. Onimusha. I mean, I used to play the hell out of some Capcom games. I could tell you what series a game was, even if no one told me what they were fixing to boot up, just by the splash screen of the Capcom, because Capcom had multiple splash screens for different game franchises. Like the Devil May Cry had one, the Resident Evil had one, Onimusha had one. I've got a bunch of Mortal Kombat in here. I've got Armageddon, Deadly Alliance, Deception, Shaolin Monks. Oh my god. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Legend of Black Sparrow, and then Pirates, Legends of the Black... I got into Pirates, The Legend of Black Cat. I got heavily into pirate games for a while. Drake and the Ancient Gates. That's one of the best games ever made. Fight me on that. That is one of the best games ever made. The first game I ever bought, and the second one actually, was Project Eden by Eidos, who also made Tomb Raider. And then Chaos Legion, another Capcom game. Chaos Legion was this... It was almost like a monster game. Almost like an army. Technically, it was an RPG, but not really. I don't know. Orphan. I think that's Eco, actually. Gladius. Indigo Prophecy. Star Wars games. Haunting Ground. There's Eco right there. So that must have been the second one. I forget the name of it. Bard's Tale. The Sims. The original Sims on PS2. And then, like, my Code Breakers and my Game Sharks, my Action Replay discs, RPG Maker. Yes, I tried that out. It wasn't that great. I've got so many games. Evil Dead. Wow, I forgot about these games. Vampire Knight. That was a good one. Alone in the Dark. Game Shark. Dark Cloud. That was a good one. I wish they would come out with more Dark Clouds. Battlefront 2. Oh my god. Another version of Drake and the Ancient Gates, because my first one stopped working. I played it so much. Shadowrun. Mass Effect 1. Oh wait, these are Xbox games now. We're in Xbox now. This is where it starts on Xbox. Extreme Planet Lost Planet Extreme Condition, excuse me. Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2. 2 Human. You guys remember that game. That was a good game. Assassin's Creed. That's my second copy, because the first one, when my house got robbed, it got taken. Dead Rising, the original Dead Rising. This is for the 360. Dead Rising 2. I'm missing something right there. I think it might be a cheat disc, actually. Gears of War. The Lost video game. As in, based off the show Lost. And it takes place right when the plane crashes. Like, it's crazy. It's kind of like Myst with some story. Risen. And then the Kinect Adventures, because I had a Kinect. I disconnected my Kinect. Haha. When I found out that the original Kinects, which is one of the ones I had, it allowed you to actually see through people's clothing. And I was like, I don't care if I see what I've got. I don't want to see what everyone else has, and I don't want anyone seeing what I have. You know what I'm saying? Fable 2, Dragon Age Origins, Fable 3, Lost Odyssey was a good game. And then we're in the GameCube games. Like, I have so much stuff in here. A bunch of Resident Evil. I've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I've got Darkened Sky. You remember that game, Darkened Sky? I've got some Zelda here. Is this Ocarina of Time? I can't even tell what that is, honestly. The writing is so small. This is a collector's edition. You know what? The collector's edition actually has the original Zelda games. And then this one is Ocarina of Time. It was a tube. Yeah, I remember this. I remember that. And then I've got my AR Max, X-Men Legends. I was a huge, and then these here are mostly empty, except for once you get towards the back, my original PlayStation 1 games, you guys. And immediately you can see Resident Evil. I have the director's cut of Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. I have Resident Evil Survivor. That's a fun one, even though it's kind of hard. I have two different versions of Game Shark because, one's the original, one's the updated version. Alone in the Dark, Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix. I have so many of these. Darkstone, In Cold Blood, all the Dino Crisis, as ODT. You guys remember ODT? That was like no, not pre. It was during the time of Tomb Raider. It was kind of like sci-fi Tomb Raider. It was platforming. It was fun. It had, I think, 3, maybe 4 different characters you could play as, and each one had a different fighting style, different stances, different weapons they used, different like everything they did was just different. Each character was unique, and you got different endings depending on which one you played. Parasite Eve and Parasite Eve 2. I forgot about those games. Honestly, I forgot about Parasite Eve. That's another No, that wasn't Capcom, was it? It was, who made that? I don't remember now. Countdown Vampires was like the Resident, if Vampires and Resident Evil got made together, basically. Metal Gear Solid, Legend of Dragoon. That game was so big it was 4 discs. Overblood, that was another good one. The Dracula games, Mortal Kombat Mythology, Sub-Zero, Clock Tower, Echo Knight, Steel Harbinger. I had so many games. I was a hardcore gamer. Like hardcore. And that's not to mention all the games I have on top, all those discs there. I have more in here. Not to mention, you guys know my Steam library right now. Let's look up how many games I have just in my Steam library. I know on GOG I have about 100, I think it's 111 games. But, oh, you know what? I actually don't have Steam brought up. We're, 30 minutes in? Yeah, we're 30 minutes in. I haven't even brought Steam up. I brought everything else up. The music. I got Vortex running. I got this running. I forgot Steam. So that's going to load in a second. I want to say I have like over 200 games in my Steam library. I want to say I've got games that I own just to own. I'll probably never play unless I just get bored one day and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play that game. All right, let's go to my library. Library. Okay. Oh my God. I was so wrong, you guys. I am shook with how many. Oh my God. Let me move this over here for a second. I'm gonna add, because I have a top collection called favorites. I'm gonna add this up. I'm gonna tell you how many games I have on Steam alone. This is sick. Oh my gosh. So I have 2 hidden. Why did I hit calendar? I meant to hit calculator. Let's go to calculator. Calculator, hello. As of today, as of the filming of this episode, I have 428 games on Steam alone. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, the reason why this is so relevant, I know it looks really gross. It's old. It's got dust and fuzz all over it. Because it sits right over there, and every time we vacuum, dust and fuzz from the carpet gets thrown on it. But what I was going to say is the reason why my games, more specifically my Xbox games, are so relevant is, Xbox is currently working on a new system that is going to be backwards compatible with every single prior generational launch. As in, like, you'll be able to play your Xbox games, your Xbox 360 games, your Xbox One, your Xbox 2, S, X, whatever it is. You'll be able to play every single one of your Xbox games on that system. I'm sure it's going to be using emulators, although it'll have plenty of hardware to actually run it as well. But I'm sure the software is going to be like emulators, is what I'm saying. But anyway, that is a console I will buy, and I'm a PC gamer, but that is a console I will buy, 100%, 100%. And then this library here becomes relevant again. And I think that's a very smart move. I was just talking to Joseph about that. While I'm talking to you guys about that, why don't we launch the game? How about that? How you like them apples? Let's launch the game. Time to play the game. Let me kill the musicness of it all, and hit play. The reason why I think this is such a smart move for Xbox is with them, and this is multifaceted, but with them setting to the wayside, basically, or halting production on a bunch of smaller indie projects and basically worrying more about their mainline games. That means that more and more people are all going to be working on the mainline games, and the mainline games are going to be coming out maybe a little bit more often. Let's hope, right? That being said, in between the releases that people want to buy and play, this gives everyone who has old physical media like me something to do in between releases. Also, it gives us the ability to play games for nostalgia's sake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it allows us to play a game that if I want to play it now currently, probably have to rebuy it, or and I'm not advocating for this. I'm against it, but pirating the game. And I don't believe in pirating a game, first of all. That being said, I do believe in owning games. I believe if you buy something, it is yours. You should be able to play it however, whenever, and as many times as you want. But also, another reason why I think this is a smart financial decision for Xbox is this is a way for them to slow down production of new consoles and use existing tech and work around the RAM shortages. And this allows them to re-release all previous games on for sale. Like, they're going to be making so much money on old games. Imagine if they do something like you can play an old game up-resed on the new Xbox console. Like, for instance, I've got one or two original Xbox games in storage somewhere. I could pull those out, pop them into the new Xbox console, and play them, but with up-resed textures. That is a win. As far as I'm concerned, that is a win. A win is a win. Absolutely. A win is, in fact, a win. So off camera, I opened up Diamond City. Kyle got shot. I bought home plate. I don't remember if I did that on camera last time. I really don't remember. Honestly, I don't recall. But yeah, I did a couple of things off camera. Nothing like big. In fact, I still haven't built anything at Hangman's Alley other than the few things I built for my settlers that I showed you guys on the last stream. I didn't do any more exploring. Like, the last time I streamed Fallout 4 was the last time I played Fallout 4. It's currently raining in Fallout. And I just heard a gunshot. I hear more gunshots. But yeah, Diamond City is open. I'm trying to... Where do I need to go? There's something up there. I don't understand that. What do we currently have going on? It's been a minute. Okay. Fire support. I don't care about that. Jewel of the Commonwealth. Oh, we have to go to Valentine's Detective Agency. I forgot about that. Just go to Piper's office. Investigate the merchant workshop. Captain Cosmos. We might do that later. Explore the combat zone. Yeah, I picked that up just radiantly by walking past someone talking about it. All right, so there's a new creation that I'm interested in buying. Something's going on around here. I see. Oh, that's a raider. Oh shit. I'm gonna accidentally shoot. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm gonna accidentally shoot that damn Diamond City. Oh, shit. All right, there's someone over there, but we're not worried about that. Why did that dog have a license plate? That makes no sense. Hello. Oh, shit. Oh, that scared me. Everything's happening here, you guys. Everything is happening. So I'm not using... Am I? Hold on, let me see something. Shift enter. Yeah, I'm not using an EMB at all. Like, I don't have any EMB files turned on. Thought I heard something. In my game, I'm not using community shaders because there isn't a community shaders for Fallout. What I'm using is a program called Reshade. And what it does is it's basically like a post-processing thing for Fallout 4. It's kind of like Community Shaders is for Skyrim. And it's just a post-processing tool that adds like subsurface scattering or shaders. There are presets, there are all kinds of different options for it that you can make your game look, like an old Fallout title. Sorry, my nose is... I'm sorry, I did a little bit of light plucking around the edges, and now it's bothering the hell out of me. Anyway, as I was saying, like, 5-10 minutes ago, what I was saying was, there's a new mod, a new creation for Fallout 4 that turns the other end of the Mass Pike interchange into a functional settlement. And I have to say, it's got like a small quest or two attached to it. It's by a mod author who already has like an existing mod, and he connects them lightly. I don't know what I'm hearing. I see that mine, but I'm not worried about that mine. Oh, there's a person right there.
What the fuck was payback time?
Who the fuck is shooting at me? I don't see anyone. Oh, I see you now, bitch. Well, now I don't, because you're dead. I was just telling Joseph that I'm trying a lot harder to swear a lot less on my channel. And here I am calling someone a B and saying F and A, all kinds of words. Like, I really need to cut it out. I really do. And let me tell you why I was having that conversation with Joseph. First of all, I just I need to be doing less with that. You know, I need to be doing less swearing. This is a channel that, you know, kids can watch, first of all. And while I be the first person to tell everyone I don't like kids, I never liked kids, I never will, I never wanted kids, I've never liked kids even when I was one, I will also say that, and I'm not a big deal, I'm not important, I'm not famous or anything. It is everyone's responsibility when you're doing something publicly like this to make sure that you're not promoting the delinquency of minors. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that we should be encouraging kids to do bad things or to be bad or to say things that are bad. You know what I'm saying? Um, the reason why I'm saying this is because a little while ago, I was on TikTok. And you know, people on TikTok,
Nice.
they like using TikTok to push their business or their jobs or whatever. You know, if they are their own boss, if they own their own business, that sort of thing. And I'm like, fine, if you own a car washing business or something like that, you should be able to post advertisements for it on TikTok. If you like to detail cars in your spare time or wash um graves off in a cemetery, or if you like to paint or sketch or anything like that, you should be able to post that stuff on TikTok. Fine. We're gonna have a real conversation for a second. I don't think it should be allowed or legal for anyone to post a link to their OnlyFans on their TikTok channel. So I like reading like inspirationals, devotionals, stuff like that. I like when people are like, you know, you've been through a lot, you deserve the world, or keep your head up, you're gonna make it, stuff like that. I like seeing posts like that. What I don't like seeing is some girl who is, and again, I'm not shaming anyone for their looks or their body, because I'd be the last person to do that. I have no business talking about anyone's looks. That being said, if you're going to be some kind of a, you know, adult industry, adult entertainer worker, Jesus, don't look like a bridge troll. Don't look like me. Don't look like me.
There we go.
Look like the girl on that pinup card. But also, don't post a picture of yourself in just a bra or camisole top with all but your areolas showing, with a inspirational thing that says something like, "Oh, I feel very strongly for people who have been through a world of things falling on them. You're strong, keep your head up." But I mean, that's fine. Make the statement, but don't do it like that. And also, don't try to act like you're someone with, you know, a greater moral compass than other people, and then also have a link to your OnlyFans, which I didn't check out her OnlyFans. I creeped your page for a hot second just to, because I had a feeling, and every single one of her photos is her with her boobs out. And if you are on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and you post your OnlyFans, that's one thing. That is a site that is for, it's supposed to be, you know, like for communication, for keeping up with friends and family, for following creators, that sort of thing. And it is, but it's also very much, you know, a flesh fest on there. We've got some doors here. What is this? Drugged in, drugged in. They're both drugged ins. I think we've been in them actually. Have we? Yeah, because I didn't discover the locations. But my thing is like, oh, it's dead. Okay. My thing is like, TikTok is a site that children are on. children are on the site. And again, I don't like kids, but that being said, I also don't think that we should be promoting adult content on a site that children are on. I feel some kind of way about that, in fact. Um, I make a point. I know this is very narky, but I make a point to call folks out on Twitch who are relying on adult content in order to make a living. I mean, if you want to be an OF model, be an OF model. Advertise on the right spaces. Don't put yourself, your business, or your body out there where children can access that content. You know, I've brought this up several times, but there was a guy and his partner who who got on Facebook in a group that I'm in. I can't loot this damn cave cricket here. No, and they were promoting their Twitch channel. And I'm like, that's fine. Promote your Twitch channel. But what they were doing was they were promoting their Twitch channel where they streamed in just jockstraps. And they would sit there either Indian style or with their legs wide open, showing off parts of their body that they had no business showing off. And I told them, I kind of called them out a little bit on the Facebook page. I was like, look, it's perfectly fine to want to get, more interest in your Twitch channel. I was like, but you're streaming pretty much naked on a platform that children are on. Not to mention you're streaming you're promoting this inappropriate stream on a Facebook page that, again, minors are part of. And their response was, oh, well, our genitals are covered up. I'm like, but if you open your legs, you're still able to see other parts of your body that should be covered up by clothes on a website that children are on. And then he was like, well, the kids shouldn't be on there. Their parents should be controlling what they watch. And I'm like, I agree. Parents do need to be, aware of and slightly controlling what their kids, take in. But that's like setting a loaded weapon down on a desk in a classroom and saying the kids should know better than to pick it up and pull the trigger. How about we take the bullets out of the gun? How about that? How about we stop exposing ourselves to kids? How about that? How about that? And I reported them on not TikTok, on Twitch. And again, I wasn't trying to yuck anyone's yum. I wasn't doing it to be like a tattletale or a narc. This was a site that children are on. And they knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. They would constantly get up and down in the tiny little bit that they were wearing. Who is this? Oh, Sheffield. He's going to, I believe, 10 Pines Bluff. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they were doing it on purpose. And I'm like, if you're doing it on purpose, you deserve to be shut down, and I'll be the one to do it. I don't like kids, but I'll be the first person to say kids should stay innocent. They should. Anyone who's willing to do that is a predator, and they need to be shut down. And they were. I wasn't the only person that reported them. Who the hell is this? Oh, just a scavenger, and I guess that's his protector. Who is this? This is a scavenger too, I think. Settler. Oh, this is one of my settlers. He's just sitting out here, sandboxing. There's another person just walking around. This is crazy. All the traffic this area gets now.
If you ain't been up to see Grey Garden, you should go. Whole place is run by robots.
You don't tell me what to do, sir. Okay. So, first of all, let's turn that off. We gotta find something to do in here besides just run around and run our mouths about saving children. I feel like a woman. No. What else do we have? Explore the combat zone. Shrouded Manor. When did that one pick? Investigate the terminals at Police Precinct 8. When did that one pop up? Okay, let's go to... Hubris TV Studios. Or Jewel of the Commonwealth. Let's do this one. A fun little dungeon. Let's do that. It's back this way. And we've actually discovered it. I could fast travel if I wanted to. In fact, I think I do want to. Oh, no, we haven't. We found Hubris Comics, which is somewhere around here. Boston Common. Let's go to Boston Common. Is fast traveling to Boston Common a good idea? I don't know. So, piggybacking off of what we were just talking about with the children, I want to go back to the girl that was posting this. I'm not body shaming her. I'm not slut shaming her. I'm not OnlyFans shaming her. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. And this is about Twitch. Anybody, male or female, who has to rely on just their body uncovered in order to get and maintain views, you should be banned. Any woman who streams with basically her areolas out, or any guy who just streams shirtless to get views, or in very revealing clothing, again, just to get views, you should be banned, because that's not what this is about. If you... Oh, shit. If you have to rely on your body to get views, you're not a streamer. You're not a gamer. You're not even an entertainer. You might as well go be a sex worker. I'm sorry. If you want to be gross, go be gross. If you want to be gross, be gross. There's nothing wrong with being gross. But stop putting your body out there on a site that children are on and saying, oh, well, I'm allowed because I'm technically covered. No, you know exactly what you're doing. You're being gross. And you should know better. And you should be charged for indecent exposure. But yeah, if you rely on your body to get views, I want his outfit. But if you're relying on your body, you have no personality. You're not funny. You're not even attractive. Like, you can have a physically appealing body, but you're not attractive, because there's more than just bodies nowadays that leads into attraction. Everyone's pretty on social media. Before I stream, I don't just shower and do my hair. I shave. I make sure I'm having a good skin day. Some days I might put on mascara even to make my eyes pop a little bit more. Like, there's... Son of a bitch. That damn dog is a sponge. How about that? But I hate when I see these girls. And again, I'm not saying it's all women, but it's almost always a woman who gets on here with their boobs hanging out. And the second you say anything to them, you're a toxic male. And I'm like, I'm all for women being able to express themselves and their bodies however they want. Just know that if you're going to dress a certain way, you're going to get called out on it when there are children involved. If you were on OnlyFans, I could give two shits, honestly. I could give a damn. Stop putting your bodies out there for children to view. And what's funny is, these same women who do this shit will turn around and call any man that looks at them a creep and a weirdo. And I'm like, you gotta stop calling people a creep and a weirdo when you're the one being a creep and a weirdo when there's children involved. It's that simple. And I've been watching a lot of TikToks about body positivity and perception and the way that people carry themselves and human sexuality. And somebody said something extremely interesting, which was uh where the hell is the TV station? Oh, it's right here. It's literally up there somewhere, I guess. Um, the difference between a creep and a non-creep guy, or attraction, excuse me. The difference between a cute guy and a creep is money. And that's the thing. Like, I want to piggyback off of that. Joseph and I were talking about this recently, and we were both talking about it where, like, and I'm not talking about just girls, guys will do this too. Um, the thing that stops people from calling someone a creep or a weirdo or a pervert even is either money or attraction. If an ugly person that you're not attracted to tries to hit on you, your first thought is to call them a sicko and a creepo and a weirdo and all that kind of stuff, right? This person is none of those things. He's just not your type. It's literally that simple. It's literally that simple. But attraction goes out the window when they have money. It could be a good looking or rich woman who's of a certain age trying to hit on a young man, and if she's good looking for her age or has money, she's just a sugar mama. And the same thing goes for men. If it's an older gentleman who's either reasonably good looking or just rich, then all that goes out the window. We got to stop calling people, perverts and creeps and weirdos just because they don't have money or they're not the kind of person that would, turn your head. Just be like, I'm not attracted to you. No thanks. It's okay to turn someone down without trying to publicly shame them just because of the way they look or the fact that they don't have the money to support your spending habits. This became a whole TED Talk, didn't it? Woo! Jesus! Alright, where's the guy? There's a super mutant running around in here somewhere. Wait, is that a regular dog? I think it is. Oh, shit. Well, I don't have to worry about hitting him more than once when he has no head left. I had actually no intention on coming to this part of Boston at this time in my life. But you know what? C'est la vie. And I'm almost positive that the quest we're doing here is gonna be difficult. It's probably gonna be super mutants. I'm just gonna bank my crit here. I don't know who or what's shooting at him, but... whatever it is, it's not my problem. Excuse me, so sorry. I don't see whatever he was firing at through the little slats here. Oh, yes, I do. It's more super mutants. Who knew? You know what? Wait, was that synths? I just heard synths. I wouldn't mind in the next Fallout game. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Let's talk about what we want in the next. Yeah, it's synths. I wouldn't mind if in the next Fallout game we have had so much time pass that there are different factions in the enemies. Like, for instance, different factions of super mutants, different factions of Institute synths. Also, just because we destroy spoilers, just because we destroy all of the synths here in Boston doesn't mean that we can't.
Hell yeah.
Hello. Doesn't mean that we can't have other institutes and other cities and whatnot. Now, if we do happen to get
Yes.
Fallout New Orleans. Damn it, I didn't see it until it was too late. Or I didn't see it at all, I just heard it. But if we just so happen to get the Fallout New Orleans, like everyone say that we're going to get, I'd be over the moon. First of all, let's just start with that. I would be over the moon. This goes down. Oh, just to right there. And that's busted. All right, so we can go up, obviously, but we can also go through this door, which Hubris Studios is inside this building. I'm excited about this. I don't know what to expect. First of all, wow, this is so well put together. That's chained, probably for a good reason. You know, we're going to leave all of the, like, really overdue book, ruined history book, ruined book, ruined book. I'm going to leave most of the loot. Oh, I see them. I'm going to leave most of the loot alone until I clear the area. And, oh god, there's all those little clappy things. I don't know what they're called. We got a Jangles the Moon Monkey. It's a very interesting face. Captain Cosmo's power armor figurine. I gotta take that. Toy alien. What is that on the ground? Those tokens? Oh, bottle caps. This actually would be a good time for me to have a silencer on my weapon. I could pop the heads off these things without alerting all the enemies that I'm here. Nothing. Oh, we got a workbench in here. A boarded up door that I could actually unlock, but no thanks. Psycho. That door is not openable. He's tiny. I mean, this just says barred. All right, before we go all the way through all these doors, let's go ahead and grab these other doors. Reception terminal. Oh, they got like a little speaker right there. They could page their boss or whoever. Just a body. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with it just being a body. That was chained or barred from the other side. Can't go through there. I hear a radio just static playing. Collectible cup. Enchanted series. Okay. I hear some kind of water or something. Writer's terminal. We'll come back to that. I see a dead body. I mean, not being funny, all I see is a dead body and... That's not what I meant to do. I think there's water dripping, is what it is. Oh, that might explain it. Also, really good, damn, a really good use of the table as, like, a way for you to not see the ghoul. He had a charge card on him. So that's somebody that got stopped by the dude with the charge card. I forget his name. Parker Quinn. Parker Quinn. He's got that thick Boston accent. Stim pack, ramen meat. Oh, I really want to talk to you guys about the Fallout TV show. Joseph and I got another episode under our belt. What's her face? Lucy has went to the 12th floor of that vault, Vault 4, I think it is. You son of a bitch. That was something else. And I called it. I told Joseph, I said, there's something going on that 12th floor that they don't want people to know about. And then, of course, obviously, the whole Moldaver tie-in. I'm like, good God, can it get any worse? And then, of course, it got worse. I told Joseph, though, I was like, the second he discovers the actual amenities of a vault, he's not going to want to leave. And that's, you know, that's exactly what seems to be happening with Maximus now. Or as he likes to call himself, Knight Titus. I don't know what he's thinking. All right, let's see what's going on at the terminal. Our ward. USSA equipment delivery. Hey Darcy, General Tucker from the United States Air Force and a team from the United States Space Administration are going to be delivering some very special equipment for the Captain Cosmos season finale this week. Please give them production and studio floor access ID cards when they arrive. Let the special effects team know they're going to be working with some technicians from the USSA. Also, please make sure the Captain Cosmos redemption machine has been loaded with prizes for the wrap party. Here's a list of the delivery contents. Captain Cosmos cannon, spacesuits, power armor sets. Again, don't forget to load up the vending machine. You're the best. Roy. Wrap party date. Hello there, Darcy. I didn't hear back from you yet, so I wanted to ask you again for the third time if you'd like to be my date to the wrap party tomorrow night. You'd be crazy to pass up the opportunity, but I'm sure you know that. By the way, I have a huge stack of these autographed Captain Cosmos posters that need to be mailed out, so if you could please come down to my dressing room to pick them up immediately, that would be spectacular. While you're down here, I can show you my new weightlifting routine. I know. It's hard to improve on all of this, but apparently there are muscles called quads, and I'll be damned if mine aren't the best in this galaxy or any other. Cosmos out. What a loser! Darcy, there was just an accident while we were filming, and Johnny Morton is hurt pretty bad. Someone screwed up, and the weapon from the USSA is using live fire ammunition. Please send out a company-wide message letting everyone know the explosions and screams they may have heard are nothing to worry about, and that we all still have our jobs to do. We can't miss this shoot deadline, so just make it sound like it was no big deal, okay? Wow. That, honestly, I'm not even being funny. Wait, what is that? Oh. That's a really cool... Hold on. Well, That's actually really well done. Really well put together. He's doing the thumbs up. Mars Shot Project. Join in the Mars Shot Project today. Okay. Alright, we're gonna come back to that. What is that? Automotive flanges. Nothing else in here. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. To the back, to the back, to the back with you. Wouldn't it be crazy if this turned into a settlement? Alright, the elevator is out. We can go through this door. We got a locked door, and then we have something going down. Let's go down first. Okay, so that's where we have to go. I want to try all the places we don't have to go first.
Got it.
Oh, it's just a little broom closet. Okay, that's fine. I'll take it. Thought I heard something. Jangles a moon monkey and some more Cosmos toy boxes. Festival. That's what you get for trying to scare me. Oh, wait, that was one of the ones I had to kill. Johnny Morton. Wounding combat knife. What does it do? Oh, just a bleed effect. Oh, I guess they were actually trying to, like, fix him up in this room. Captain Cosmos promo. I met with General Tucker like you asked. They were excited to have their new equipment featured in the season finale and even offered to have some technicians on site during the shoot. It's going to save us a bundle on production costs. He said they need all the good press they can get after the whole incident at ArcJet with the reporter. And if this helps get the Mars Shot project back on track, they'll buy up all of our commercial airtime. I smell a bonus in the air for the both of us. Come down and have a drink with me to celebrate. Frank, Rod shot Johnny with the weapon from the USSA during a scene and it was somehow using live fire. I thought this weapon was supposed to be a prop. Call General Tucker immediately and sort this out. Heads are going to roll over this, and it better not be mine. This is going to be terrible for my career. We're supposed to wrap filming today, so we might have to get someone to take Johnny's place and edit his lines in. Carl, the delivery clerk, might work as a stand-in if we put him in a spacesuit. What a mess. Some crew members are bringing Johnny upstairs to the conference room to wait for the paramedics. Can you please talk to him if he's conscious and make sure he does not plan on suing us? Don't panic, but the news has just reported multiple nuclear explosions in New York and Pennsylvania. It's not yet confirmed if this is a hoax or some sort of a mistake, but we all need to do as we were trained. Down into the studio floor basement and seal all of the doors immediately. Well, now we know what's down there. The concrete walls are thick enough that we should all be safe. The Electronic was just restocked too, so we should have plenty of food to hold us over until we find out what happened. Please descend in a single file line down the stairwells. Do not take the elevators. Yeah, elevators are not a good place to be in the event of an actual emergency. Oh, this is the cryocosmic cannon rifle.
Perfect.
That's kind of cool looking. I like it. And it takes fusion cells. We now have 80 fusion cells. Crazy. All right, so it looks like we only have one other place to go, which is down, right? Oh, no, there was another... Wasn't there another door? Production offices. This is... You know what? I have to say, honestly, it's a really good size interior cell. Dungeon type thing. That's why the elevator's out of order. Is that a raider? Scavenger. Well, I accidentally took his clothes, so I might as well take all of it. Okay, this takes a card, which we probably don't have, right? Well, let's wait till we finish exploring before we worry about unlocking everything with a card reader.
That's it.
Okay, no one in here. I hear someone or something moving around. Someone drinking in this room. This is oh wait, there's a busted wall there that leads into another area. I want to finish looking through the main areas first. I guess that's like an ADR booth. I hear something. I don't know what I'm hearing. There's the ID card. Director's terminal. Let's see what's in here. Mr. Ward, General Tucker. Okay, this is just a repeat of the stuff. Dressing rooms. What? Roy, we're both professionals, and I think we can agree that I'm the true star of Captain Cosmos. So why did Jangles get a bigger dressing room than me? I like monkeys as much as the next guy, but I think his trainer was pulling your leg when he said Jangles needed a bigger room for all that jungle gym equipment. My strict calisthenics regimen demands that I have ample space to maneuver. Plus, I'm running out of wall area for all my mirrors and fan letters. Can't we discuss this? Cosmos out. That guy's a loser. I don't like that guy. I don't think anyone did. I don't think that guy liked that guy. Bitch, I see you. There's another one of those studio cards right there. Bitch! Ooh! Gumdrops. I do like that there's like regular snack foods that you would find. There's another ID card. Gumdrops. There's like the regular kind of stuff that you would find in a studio. Wait, thought I saw a hole in the wall, but I guess not. Also, I like that they put, whoop, there we go. I like that they put the actual speakers up in here for like the real surround sound experience. That's kind of a neat little additional touch. I love details. You know how detail oriented. Every time we go into like one of these new mod player homes, I lose my mind when I see like really interesting details. Up, we've got a Captain Cosmo spacesuit. Look at that. That's cool. Prevents fall damage. Increases jump height. We may have to wear it. I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else. Got that one. There's gonna be one in this kitchen somewhere. I'm positive. Maybe not. Oh, shit. There's the Edatronic. So I guess they all ghoulified down here because I'm assuming that with the destruction of the walls, they ended up being exposed to radiation. And they ended up ghoulifying. Or maybe it was in the water? Not sure. Somehow they all got ghoulified. It looks like they might have even been eating each other towards the end. There's another ID card. So I guess it doesn't matter where you go in this this little interior dungeon or the order in which you do it. You're gonna end up getting an ID card. All right, so we need to go. The only other place to go now is through the card reader door. The locked door. There's circuitry. I thought it was another card. This, you know what? They've done a really good job of
Hell yeah.
making up this studio. I really do like this. Film set access terminal. We'll come back to that in a second. Alright, so we've got steps, items, clock, leave, globe, where? Let's go with globe first. 2. Is it clock?
Through.
I knew it was the LO. I had a feeling. Override studio door lock. You know. Now we don't even need the key cards, which again, that's fine. We can use the key card if we want. Just for funsies. How did he not see me? I don't know. Film set. There's no telling what we're going to see, but it's probably going to be made up to look like outer space. I'm assuming. wait! This is huge! Oh, this is a big set. I was thinking it was going to be something kind of small. Just. Oh my god. I wonder if it's more than one set. There's the power armor right there. Right there, you guys. Right there. There's gonna be a ghoul in here. Or a red roach. I guess this is like craft services. For those of you who don't know, anytime you're on any kind of a production, whether it's TV shows or movies or music videos, anything that requires a set, production, staff, people, actors, actresses, talent, that sort of thing, directors, anything, producers, anything, they have what's called craft services, where it's catered every day, even if it's just like chips and dip and cookies and, you know, stuff like that. That's called craft services. It's where they feed the people who are working. Believe it or not, like a lot of the times when people are unpaid extras on a TV show or something, they don't make any money, so they tend to congregate around craft services because you get to meet all the people in the business and in the production of said production, but you also get to eat and you also get to make friends with other unpaid extras and whatnot. I feel like it would behoove the movie, music, TV industry, whatever, any kind of like media industry, it would behoove them to pay their extras. Even if it's $100 a day, I think they should still get paid for the work that they're doing. Because sometimes, oh, we've got blood on the wall. Sometimes it comes back to, you know, some folks are here because they love the universe these people have created on whatever media it is, and they have real jobs and whatnot, and they're missing work and pay just to be a part of something incredibly special. So I think it would behoove people to just pay them, even if it's just $100 a day. Okay, this is security. I'm not saying you have to pay them like a lot of money. I'm just saying like pay them a little bit, just a tiny little bit. Cut them a little check and feed them. Because here's the thing. Say, for instance, you had to move, right? And you needed help. It's an unspoken, unwritten law, basically, that when people help you move, you don't necessarily pay them an hourly wage, but you at least buy them pizza or a beer or something. You do something. These are dressing rooms. Okay, Rod Stoddard, Captain Cosmos. I'm trying to do this in a specific order, not for a story or anything. This is cute. They literally mocked up this Rod Stoddard is a legendary. Fuck me running. And he's a freaking glowing ghoul. Thank God I killed him, though. That's all I gotta say. I figured he'd be in his dressing room, honestly. Nimble pipe revolver? Shaving sticks? What are shaving sticks? Oh! I know what shaving sticks are. Jetpack USSA. CCOO. Torso. Helmet. Left arm, right arm. It's a full set of Cosmos. It's almost in pristine condition. I like how the head here is literally a computer screen. That's really cool. Whoever did this, I mean, just You deserve all the good things in life, honestly. We're going to come back to it in a second. I want to continue investigating. What's back here? It's just a stairwell. I don't know if this build is based off of like a real life structure that someone's been in, if someone has any like inside knowledge of a TV studio, which that could be dangerous. But this is really cool. Whoever did this, you did such a fantastic job. I mean, absolutely phenomenal job. Absolutely phenomenal job. Also, this keeps going up to... does this go back out to the Commonwealth? Where does this go? Oh. Wait. I didn't mean to do that. I know we're at the main entrance. All right, so we're still getting some movement. Okay, we've got blood on... It was this door, wasn't it? There was blood on the door. I'm almost positive there was blood on this door. Almost positive. Might have been on the other side of the room.
Nice.
Oh, this is cool looking. Is that a body? What is that? Oh, it's a skeleton. Imagine walking across that, you guys, and falling through the floor into a pit with a bunch of ghouls. This was Roy Baker. Punishing light leather chest piece. +% melee damage reflect, +2 damage resistance, +2 energy. I think I have one of these already. There's a bunch of loot in here, damn. Looks like they may have eaten somebody. I don't even see the head. They were stuck down here with radiation, brain fungus, and glowing fungus. It was... They were going to become ghouls. They were going to become ghouls. That's all there is to it. I think this just opens the door that we picked the lock on. No? New equipment. Sounds like the Air Force or Space Administration is going to be doing a cross-promotion with the show to try and get some good PR around their Mars shot project. After all their screw-ups, they need all the help they can get. They're also going to send some technicians to work with us on the shoot. They better not get in the way. We run a tight ship around here. Things are going pretty good so far, and we're on schedule to wrap shooting the series finale. Although, these technicians the USSA sent over are starstruck. They spend more time chatting up Captain Cosmos and playing with Jangles than they do with safety training. We only have 2 days left to shoot and haven't even gone over the weapon prop they brought yet. That's why. I can't believe it. The weapon they delivered to us wasn't a prop. It was a live weapon. Our guest star, Johnny Morton, was wounded pretty bad during one of the fight scenes a few minutes ago. People are freaking out, and they're taking him upstairs to wait for the paramedics. We were told to put Carl into a spacesuit and try to shoot the rest of Johnny's scenes with him as a stand-in. Yikes. We just heard over the loudspeaker that the facility is going on lockdown because there are reports of nuclear detonations across the country. Everyone's scrambling to get down here and seal up the doors. Can this day get any worse? Well, that was it. The end of the world. Everything's gone. We've been locked down here for 5 days and have already run out of food. I don't know what we're going to do now. All radio signals went dead a couple hours after we got down here. Everyone's starting to get sick, too. I think the air ventilation system might not have been sealed off properly. All we can do is cover up the vents and hope for the best. I feel sick. I'm gonna go lie down. So that's what happened. It was the air vents. There's a good bit of scrap in here, actually. There's a door up there. Wait. I think we are going to end up having to wear the Captain Cosmos outfit. Because it'll give us a higher jump and we need to get over there. Oh, we haven't been in here yet. Something's gonna be in here. Yep. I knew it! I just used that crit to knock his ass back. Jesus! He's putting off some rads. Look at all the green sparkles around him. I don't even know what I just grabbed. I wasn't even looking. What did I just grab? Patched suit. Sentinel's light metal right arm. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'll probably end up putting it on like one of my name settlers, like June or Marcy, someone like that. So we haven't been in the talent rooms. There's a body right there. I'm trying to figure out how can I wait. All right, we got up here. I bet you this ended up being one of the guys who was a janitor or something. I don't mean that disparagingly. This was probably someone who was in charge of like keeping the place cleaned up or running or something, and he hid from everyone else and just went to sleep and died in his sleep probably. All right, let's check out the talent. Actually, let's check out that room first. The fact that it's like kind of like, I don't want to say cordoned off, but like blocked off a little bit, that makes me want to go over there. Also, I want these light bulbs. Yeah, we're gonna have to wear the Cosmos stuff, I think. Unless I can manage to get... Yeah, nope. Shucksy darns. Okay. I'm gonna have to wear it. Damn it, I didn't actually want to wear it. Apparel. Captain Cosmos. Increases jump height and... That does not feel like I jumped any higher. I'm just gonna say it. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe a teensy. Oh, there's another Cosmos spacesuit. I know there's gonna be at least a ghoul in this room. There's got to be at least a ghoul or a roach or something. It can't be that simple. It really can't be. It's gonna be behind that desk. I can already tell you. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. A gramophone disc. Oh, I think what it is they want you to get into this power armor suit and then fall through the floor. Fine. There. Be that way. I'm going to come back for the power armor sets. These are both the same power armor. They're still cool looking. It looks like that one has a jetpack on it. Does that one? It does. It does have a jetpack on it. Okay, so we're going to leave that one there for a hot second. And we're going to go check out the talent rooms because it looks like that's all that's left in here. This was really fun, though. I'll say that. I guess he was fighting these robots, I'm assuming. Wait, have we been in this room? Because there's stuff in here still. Alright, Jangles the Moon Monkey. Please tell me I don't have to fight a giant gorilla or something. Oh. Another spacesuit. Increases jump height, prevents falling damage. I guess if you have a companion, you can both run around looking like, Captain Cosmos. This is cute. I like this big blown up thing. Nothing. I guess even Jangles needed baths. I like this giant poster too. I have to say, whoever did this, this is worthy of Bethesda. This is probably better than Bethesda because I'm not trying to talk it up, but I haven't had the first crash or anything. Just saying. All right. We already killed Rod Stoddard, so there shouldn't be anybody in here. You know what? Listen, I would, if this was my dressing room, I'd be fine with it. I wouldn't be such a diva about it. To be fair, this guy's an idiot. We read everything that he wrote. He's a douche. A douche canoe of the third water. I like the little collectible toys, though. That's cute. He apparently had a drinking problem. Why did he have a red dress? Why did he have a red dress, may I ask? Rod, we talked about this twice already. You know Jangles is happier when he has his jungle gym nearby. I know you're the star of the show, but everybody really loves the monkey. If the Captain Cosmos playsets start to outsell the Jangles toys, we can talk again. Oh, so even the Jangles toys are selling better than his own merch. Auditions. Have any callbacks for my theater auditions? Roy, I understand that you are, as you worded it, a very gifted thespian with talent beyond compare. But I think you should work out your differences with the director and stick it out. This TV show is still a huge hit, and it put your name on the map. Besides, is it really so bad working with Jangles? I love that little monkey. He's really jealous of a monkey, you guys. This man is jealous of a freaking monkey. Now, is this the Jangles the Moon Monkey, or is this just a Jangles the Moon Monkey? That's my question. Why does he have 12 missiles, a pistol in here? This is crazy. This man has way too much going on in his dressing room. And this is Jane Faraday as Stella Skyfire. I like that name. That's cute. But also, I've heard nothing about her lore at all. She's probably going to be in here. Probably not. I guess it makes sense for them to have mannequins in here. I mean, it is a dressing room. A power... I'm not even going to finish that, but you guys know exactly what I was thinking of when I saw a power fist in a woman's dressing room. And if you don't, I envy you. I'm assuming, and this is just me, detail oriented, I'm assuming that all of the little papers and stuff on the wall in all the rooms are supposed to be like fan mail. I'm assuming that's what that is. All right, I think we've been in every room now. We cleared the location. Let's go ahead and hop in. Let me look back here. Anything back here? CCOO module prop. I don't know what that is or what it's about. Another piece. Anyway, let's grab this power armor because it's the one that it's pointing me at. Was there anything else? Let me check the objectives and see if there's anything else. I think I have a jetpack, you guys. That's cool. That's really cool. All right, let's check our oops. Use the redemption machine. Oh, that's the only thing we haven't done. All right, it's right outside or it's in the main room. Like the beginning of the dungeon, so we can just I'm going to take this power armor probably to Sanctuary and take the fusion core out of it and then come back and grab the other set as well because there's 2 in here. I might leave the other one in here. Who knows? Just in case something happens and I lose this one. Do you feel better? He had a shower, you guys. Also, I just remembered we didn't go upstairs. We did sort of go upstairs. All right. Redemption machine. Jangles the Moon Monkey is 8 boxes. Oh, toy boxes. A mystery prize. How many? Wait, where do I find the boxes? You can get a power armor piece for 15 boxes, a figurine for 10. The cannon is 20. The spacesuit is 20. Let's do a poster. I got a poster. Let's do a mystery prize. A toy truck. Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, it's not really what I would have gone for, but I mean, it is what it is. I want to be very quick and just double check and make sure we grabbed everything because we're not coming back here ever again, probably. I'm assuming this was going to be a mirror. Shut up. We're not talking to you, dude. I think we have a weapons workbench. Oh, hello. Mods for the new weapon we got. That's kind of cool. Okay, I was just checking to see if my... Okay, we already looked at that. Alright, that's the way down, which we just came from. I think that's it, you guys. I think we managed... There was a ghoul up there. Rider's terminal. We didn't... Oh, I can't do that while in power armor. What exactly am I looking at? I'm not sure. Oh, that's a cat. I think. Just jumping, just because I can. They put this little TV monitor in the kitchen. That's kind of cool. I like that. It has the same build as like in terms of like the build kit, how they built this set, as the Cambridge Police Department, where you start fire support. Just looking at that officer right there, he's just parked in a weird spot. Normally he doesn't park like that. According to this, there's something in here. But I don't see what it is. It's a lot harder to sneak in power armor than to be just in your underwear in broad daylight. That's weird. It's saying there's something in here with me that sees me, but I don't... Oh, the Noir penthouse. Do I have the key? I do not. Alright, so there's a... This is really the only way to go, I guess.
Here's playing tricks on me.
Oh. Super mutants.
What? Who's there?
I wasn't even moving at that point. Is he above me? Is that what's going on?
Something there.
Cafe patio.
A noise? Found you!
Oh, there he is. Let's shoot him in the leg. Oh, that'll do it. In my Captain Cosmos gear. That's cute. That's funny. All right. We'll go out on the patio after I finish clearing this area. Out on the lanai. Joseph and I had lunch with the Golden Girls today. Well, technically it was breakfast. It was fun though. We love our Golden Girls. If you guys don't watch the Golden Girls, I don't need that kind of negativity watching my channel. You have to watch Golden Girls in order to watch me. That's all there is to it. We love the Golden Girls. Maybe I should sign off today with thank you for being a friend. Where's this music coming from? This elevator, I believe, goes up to the roof, and then this one here, this one's busted, so... And this, I believe, goes out to the patio as well. Rooftop pool. Alright, let's go to the pool first. I don't even think it's there, honestly. He does see me, damn it.
I smelled.
He says he smells my fear. How can I be afraid when I look like Captain Cosmos? How? I ask you. Oh, just stop it. You're not important enough for me to, you know, really be petrified of. It's a good thing we didn't go out on the patio, because that's where they're at right now. Apparently there's someone up on the roof up there. Who is shooting at me? Oh. Hi, friend. Oops. Sorry, I just hit a button. Didn't mean to. Didn't mean to. There's a body over there as well that looks like a gunner. See, this is the thing about being in the Boston area. This is something you have to look out for. Wait, we're on top of a build. Wait, what is happening? This is not what I expected. We'll come back to that in a minute, you guys. We're gonna continue our investigations. I kind of want to check out the water, see if there's anything under the water. You have to be careful with water, though, wait. You know what? We may have to come out of the power armor. Because something says I might be dropping down into a problem. Hmm? I don't see anything in the water, actually. There's usually something in the water, but nothing. Alright, let's go ahead and hop back in. I just thought of something. We could probably also use the jetpack to go to the roof. Just saying. Whoever was living out here on the patio for the longest time had a serious drinking problem. That's a lot of alcohol. Oh, look where we're at. I didn't realize we were right across from that little shit show over there. I hate that place. Hate it, hate it, hate it. All right, let's go back up. This time we're going to take the elevator up to the roof. Just noticed our neighbor out there. Wait. Is it this one? I think it's this one. I think it's this one. There's someone up here. I hear him. Ooh! Took that shit to the dome. Dang! Imagine your head exploding while you're running. Where did that go? Where did that weapon go? No idea where it went. Focus, maximize laser rifle. It's a pretty good weapon. Alright. And we've also got a card and a comic up here. Another card, actually.
Bingo.
15 sports. Hitting perk level up. I believe that's my second level up for the hitting perk. Woo, Jesus. I mean, there are bodies everywhere. The super mutants have been busy. Alright, let's drop back down here. I don't know what saw me. It's not even showing up on my Pip-Boy. I'm detected by something, but I don't know what. Mac. Wait, I hear Mac. Where's he at? We've found the fallen sky bridge. Oh, wait. I bet you it goes down there. Okay, so we're right above Hub 360. This guy looks like Deacon. I don't normally like taking their dignity, but he did have a set of army gear on, so we're gonna have to take that. Alright, what building is this? Just ruined skyscraper. I'm not worried about the ruined skyscraper. I'm trying to find Mac. I hear him. Just don't see him anywhere. A lot of these guys, these are gunners. They have a bunch of oh, I see a bad guy right there. I hear Mac humming. Where is he at? Wait, unless there he is right there. I see him. Hold on, I just saw a weapon or something over here by this. I hear since. Oh, Jesus. How do I get to Mac from here? Here we go. I wonder if my character will talk like Captain Cosmos. Let's put the gun away.
Ah, a new customer. Welcome to Mac's Bar. We are currently open for business. Please excuse the mess.
Nice location.
Thank you kindly. Picked the place myself.
I like the
Love to
echo.
vote for expansion in an up-and-coming neighborhood at an unbeatable price. Anyway, what'll it be?
Let's see what you've got.
Pick your poison.
This is cute. I mean, I probably don't need anything he has. See, does he have any... All he sells is, like, bar-type stuff. You know what? And only thing I can sell to him is bar-type stuff. Let's sell him... Actually, I want to keep all of that. Nothing, I guess. He's got a lot of caps on him. He must have been selling to super mutants and gunners and synths alike. He's got a lot of caps on him. I guess what we're going to do while we're not... Oh, we are actually technically in danger. Okay, let's travel away. This was fun, but we're done. I want to go back to Diamond City. I'm actually going to start working on my home plate build. We might do a little bit before I end the stream, but most of this is... Oh, I actually traveled inside home plate. That's what's up. All right, let's park the... Why am I hidden? Let's park the power armor outside. Oh, that's cold. I'll be so glad when I get my permanent crown put in. Jesus. I'm so tired of having to be very careful with what I drink. That's getting old, you guys. Old. Okay. Okay. This was fun. This was really fun. Let's take out that fusion core and then this is how you actually move your power armor into the front of. I really hope I'm not gonna. I don't know if it's a smart
Trade for all Diamond City
bet to leave my power armor there. You know what? I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Uh, I think what I'll do is I'll just leave my power armor upstairs for now. I'm not going to mess with the upstairs. Let's build the downstairs. Let's go back into home plate. Let's go back into home plate. I just don't trust it. I don't trust the cell reset or some random NPC having a spare fusion core. So let's just do that. Let's just drop off the power armor inside my player home so I know it won't be bothered with or lost through a cell reset bug. All right. So I've been wondering and thinking, like, what can I do to, I guess, I don't feel like I'm jumping much higher. Maybe a little teensy. Maybe a little teensy. But I'm trying to figure out what I can do to make this place, I guess, livable. Originally, I had started thinking about maybe I should put my workshop in this little area here because the workbench is already in here. But the problem is, so is the bedroom. I was thinking about taking this whole area here and turning this area here into the living space. I still kind of want to do that. I still kind of want to do that. I don't know. I think actually this is where I'm going to leave it for the day. I don't want to like be messing with it too much and you guys get bored or maybe doing something that y'all don't really care for. And to be fair, I might get halfway through the build and realize I hate it. I want to rip it all to shreds, and I don't want to be doing all that on camera anyway. So I think this is where we're going to leave it for today. Again, I'm really sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I just couldn't. It was about an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half before I was supposed to stream. I was sitting here trying to get things ready. What's funny, let me backtrack a little bit. Yesterday morning, before I got up, even though I had a bad headache, I was like, I'm going to stream. I'm going to do it. I know it's going to be a rough day at work, having to catch up both today and yesterday's work since I didn't go Friday. I was like, but I'm going to stream. I got this whole area cleaned up. I was up moving around. I was moving stuff. I went ahead and got my outfit ready. I got everything charged up. I charged up my mouse, my keyboard, my headset. I got my props ready. I had my talking points. I was ready to go. I had everything cleaned up and ready to go. And then I got home that afternoon. I was still kind of okay, but when you go 3 or 4 days without sleeping very well because of a migraine, you're exhausted even when you first wake up. You're exhausted. And I was sitting here and I just looked over at Joseph and I was like, I don't think I'm going to stream. And he's like, if you don't want to, don't. I mean, that's the one thing I will say about Joseph is he never gets like mad at me for, because some weeks I'll go just my 2 scheduled streams a week. And then other weeks I'll stream every single day nonstop for weeks at a time. He never gets mad. He never gets jealous. He never gets put out. He always is like, if that's what you want to do, you do it. Because at the end of the day, whether I stream or don't stream, I make a point to try to do things to spend time with him. And it could be worse. I could have a drug problem. I could be cheating. I could be running the roads. I could be spending money. I could be gambling. I could be committing crimes. I could be doing anything. Instead, I'm just sitting home with him playing video games and acting a fool on camera. Like that's it. And we were just talking about how both of us are both very, very good with money. And was that you? Must have been in my game. I heard something. But I try really hard for both Joseph and I don't understand why he didn't just extend this little piece right here? That makes absolutely no sense. Does this overhang this at all? I think it does. I think it overhangs a little teensy. We'll work on that. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching my channel. Also, don't forget to look in on um my YouTube channel. I've been uploading this series here, this Fallout run, to my YouTube channel in a specific playlist called Exploring the Commonwealth or Exploring the Wasteland, something like that. Where I've just been trying really hard to be consistent with my uploads and whatnot. I had gotten really bad. I went like months without uploading, and I actually lost some of my YouTube privileges because I wasn't uploading and I wasn't getting any interactions or anything. But hopefully, the more I start uploading, I'll gain them back and then maybe rebuild my following on there. But yeah, there's this playthrough here that I want to do. I'm also thinking about a full non-stream, but just video where I just record it and upload it of No Man's Sky. I want to do a Witcher 3 one. I want to do a full playthrough of The Outer Worlds. Trying to think what else. There was something else that I had installed that I wanted to start building a playlist of. There's just a couple of things. And I'm thinking what I'll do is Fallout will be the main one that I upload to that playlist, like an actual Let's Play. And then the other ones I'll just do a couple of times a month. Like I'll upload Fallout once or twice a week, and then once a week I'll upload either No Man's Sky or something else in a different playlist. But anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching my channel and checking me out on the other socials, which I have linked below in the About Me section. If you guys have any questions or comments about the games I play, the character builds I use, the mods I use, or you have ideas for other games you'd like to see me play, or you just want to send me a picture of a book you're reading, or a dish you just cooked, or an animal you just rescued, or you just have questions about life, feel free to reach out to me either here or on any of the socials I just mentioned. Thank you guys so very much. I had so much fun. And hopefully we won't go 3 or 4 days in between streams again. I had such a horrible, horrible migraine. But I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.